G'day ladies and gentlemen, it's your host Shane Gilfeather and you are joining us for round one of SimHaus Summer Series. So excited for this one. It's going to be random cars and tracks each round, 8 rounds over the summer, the Australian summer, and we're kicking it off tonight with the Aussie Racecars around Oulton Park. Such a fantastic combo, and you wait for the racing coming straight up after this 3-minute quali or 5-minute quali. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go. Currently watching David Baker drive around Oulton Park International configuration. Welcome round one of the SimHaus Summer Series. Let's get on track and see who's qualifying at the moment. It's currently Matt Collins. Guys are yet to post a lap for quali. To give you a bit of a background, it will be random grid after race 2, but we're just running a quick quali for formation just to get the boys comfortable with the competition, and it is gonna heat up right after this. There's only 1 minute and 3/4 to go in the qualify session. We've just run a quick 5-minute qualify session as these boys are getting used to these new cars, and what it's going to do is actually test the racecraft of each individual driver for different car styles. And we know that this car here is very lively, great car to drive, bouncing all over the circuit, and lower powered so you can take it flat chat through most of these corners, but definitely some tight hairpins, tight chicanes for these cars. Look at that, flat out through the last corner for Matt Collins, and let's see him take pole position. It's 2 purple sectors for Matt Collins. He's been hot all night. Will he take P1? Yes, he does. 149.5. How does he do it? The other guys are unable to get anywhere near him through quali, and that's Braden Pritchard right behind him in the super cheap auto Mustang. With 40 seconds to go, it's really just the guys getting out on track. Got Justin Bryce joining us. It's a bit of a mix between our V8 league and our NASCAR league. We've got a couple of international drivers. Jacob Steele with us tonight from the UK, and our mate from Hungary, Laszlo de Glass, in the Castrol Edge. I think that's the Mercedes. The car mod developed by RSM, real solid mates. Known Mick Floyd for quite some time, working with this car in R Factor 1, and it's converted into R Factor 2 quite nicely as we finish the qualifier session. Most of the boys won't even post a time here, but they're out there giving it a crack. Ross Licciardi still getting used to the new cars. Rob Logan joining us as well in the pit lane. And to Glass yet to post a lap as well. So this won't be a full qualify lap for Laszlo. We're just going around making sure everyone's settled in the new car for the new league. Very excited for this one. Hope you guys are too as you're tuned in to SimHaus TV. And tonight we're at Oulton Park in the Aussie Racecars. 5 races tonight, each 10 laps long, and it's going to be random grid. And if you watch the weather pattern, it's actually looking like the weather's going to turn later on, so keep an eye out for that one. Very interesting. All right, so it looks like Matt Collins will be out in front with Braden Pritchard. As we go to the qualifier results, Matt Collins out in front, Braden Pritchard. Oppo managed to post a time, getting closer to the 149s, which is great. Scott Flack on the 152 as well, and Jacob Steele, David Baker posting a time. The rest is just going to have to catch up as we get into race 1. All right, we'll be back right after this break. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. It is race 1. We're going on qualified results, so it's Matt Collins out in front. Matt Collins up the front, yet to pit. Playing coy. There's the field there. Look at the great field. Look how small these cars are compared to Oulton Park circuit. And we all know that Oulton Park is quite a tight circuit. Matt Collins yet to grid. There he is on pole. And we've got Matt Collins, Braden Pritchard, Oppo in 3, Scott Fleck in 4, Laszlo to Glass in 5. Almost full grid now. Yes, everyone's on the grid, ready to go. Very colourful grid. We've got Ford Mustangs and Mercedes E63s. Here we go. Waiting for the lights. Race 1, Summer Series. And they're off. Looks like Oppo got a great start on the inside there. Challenging Braden Pritchard for turn 1. Could be bumper to bumper. Nice and wide there. That looks like Scott Flack around the outside in the orange car. Oh, so go through turns. There's going to be a lot of Robbins racing in this series. Further back, it looks like Jacob Steele is holding out against Laszlo to Glass. Up the front, it's Matt Collins. Look at him sliding, just wrestling that wheel. Coming in a tight hairpin. Oppo's gone deep on the inside. Braden, oh, he's hit something there. Not too sure what that was. Looks like Scott Flack is stuck in the grass there. Looks like he might retire from race 1 already. But Matt Collins, Oppadasano, up comes Jacob Steele, the Brit. And it looks like to Glass right behind him. Let's see if Oppo can chase Matt Collins. We're on board now. Look at the wheel work inside the cockpit of Daniel Oppadasano. Flat chat up on 2 wheels as he's chasing Matt Collins out in front. Very hot, very hard to beat tonight. Further back, Ross Licciardi from the back of the field has moved his way up into P5. And that's David Baker behind him as well. We see, oh, Ross Licciardi just flirting with the grass there. As it come round for race 1, Flack had to retire as he got stuck in the mud. And he'll be ready for race 2 pretty soon. That is Braden Pritchard coming from the back of the field. Oh, watch that. That's Ross Licciardi went wide. And that's valuable positions lost there. Rob Logan coming around, obviously involved in an early incident. And Justin Bryce coming around in P9. Out in front, it's Matt Collins stretching that lead now. Looks like Licciardi and Logan together on track. Only, oh, just over a second now. That's the closest battle on track. They have spread out already. We're only on lap 2 of 10. And it's going to be a random grid from this point on. As the Summer Series is not, it's going to be just a fun series. No real points, no real championship. Just get out there, have some fun. And we'll introduce you to a lot of different cars and tracks on the RF2 platform, R Factor 2. I can see David Baker in the foreground under pressure from Braden Pritchard now. Through the chicane. Side by side, up the hill. On board with David Baker now, trying to chase Pritchard. Can't let him go. Is he going to lock up brakes? Yes, he is. Oh, he's overlocked it, over-rotated. He's had to catch that one, which these cars are easy to do, just to catch a spin. As Jacob Steele up in a 3rd place, the Brit on his home soil. He is from the UK, so this is a local track for him. And the Hungarian Laszlo de Glass behind him in P4. Braden Pritchard up into P5, charging hard as there's a yellow in Sector 3. Who's that? Oh, that looks like Opedasano. See what happened to Daniel Opedasano coming to the bend. Oh, he's just shot it out wide. Tried to power steer it. Look at the bounce. Look at the suspension. These literally are a motorbike engine in a little roll cage. As we go back live now. Opedasano still in P4. That means Jacob Steele moving his way up into second place. Matt Collins still way out in front. 7 seconds ahead of anyone else on the circuit right now. And Laszlo de Glass, the Hungarian, chasing him behind. That is Opedasano. Watch him charge through and watch Pritchard come through as well. He's been very hot on the timing tables throughout the practice session and the quali, lapping in the 149s. It is Matt Collins with the fastest lap of the race. I can hear cars struggling in the background. These tyres may be going off right about now. That's when the track will get very slippery for these boys. So Jacob Steele out in front to Glass and Opedasano coming tight. So towards the end of this race, yellow in Sector 1. Can't see anyone in Sector 1 there. So look at that. There's 4 cars on the one straight. And it's all compressing. Braden Pritchard, Opedasano. Rob Logan up into 6th place as well. There's a further fairway back there. So that is Jacob Steele in the Cooper's Mustang. Oh, I just heard Opedasano and he's gone again. I won't highlight that. That's 2 laps in a row. He's actually giggling on team radio. I can hear it. These boys are loving these cars. They're such a great car to drive. That's Matt Collins out front. Let's give credit to him. He's been lapping in the 150s over 4 seconds faster than most of the drivers out there. The only closest one is his mate, Braden Pritchard, who's in P4, who got bumped out or went up the inside on the grass on the hairpin and lost a few places. Now he's just in recovery mode, coming back on. Just communicating with some drivers that want to join in now. If you're watching at home, you can join us. Go down the description or get on R Factor 2. Look for SimHaus Summer Series and you'll find the server. You can join us for race 2 if you're keen. If you're at home, load up, boot up that R Factor 2 on your simulator and get on board. So I've got a few drivers out there. Matt Collins out in front, Jacob Steele, and here comes Laszlo de Glass. This is battle for P2 and 3. The boys have got to hold it together. Matt Collins, fastest lap of the race, a 150.2. Absolutely smashing it out there. And Braden Pritchard's trying to recover as well with the fastest first sector of the night in the Supercheap Auto Mustang. There he is coming through in P4 and he's chasing hard. Laszlo de Glass. Look at that timing screen. The gap, 1.7 seconds. He's been chewing up the rest of the field. Matt Collins out 14 seconds ahead of P2. We'll get on board with Braden Pritchard as he chases these guys down. Almost gets wide, but has to straighten up. Gets on the brakes. Or bogs down a bit, but he's closed up on Laszlo de Glass. Into the chicane now. Look at all 3 drivers are there. Oh! Laszlo de Glass just spinning out there. Let's watch Laszlo. Unfortunately, just getting loose on the chicane. Through too much weight, didn't bring the speed down, tried to whip it round. It just got loose on that ripple, and off he went. He is now in recovery mode to get back up the front, still in P4. But it's Jacob Steele holding P2. Will he hold it for the end of the race? We are only halfway through race 1. Stay tuned because we are running 5 10-lap races tonight. Each one will be different. Random grid. Doesn't matter where you come in race 1. I'm going to randomise the grid for race 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so Rob Logan and Daniel Opedisano together as well. On board with Opedisano chasing down Rob Logan. Beautiful circuit here at Oulton Park in Cheshire, the UK. Nice smooth exit for Rob Logan. Under pressure from Oppo. This is where Oppo come a guts before. He's managed to slow it down nice and settled there. Didn't throw too much speed in there. Coming down the main straight, on board with Opedisano in P6, chasing down Rob Logan in P5 there. So this is battle for P5. Nice line for Oppo, slowing fast out. That's the name of the game. It's going to go 2 abreast. Oppo getting the job done on Rob Logan. Watch him bounce around as they take that fast left sweeper. So Pritchard and Steele now. Pritchard getting the job done on Jacob. Jacob relegated back to P3. And there's Braden Pritchard, worked his way from the back of the field all the way up into P2. And again, it's Matt Collins lighting up that timing screen, taking another fastest lap of the race with a 150.180, flying Matt Collins. Those tyres are warming up or just coming in. After 7 laps, it's about time. Ross Licciardi from Melbourne all the way down in P9 at the moment, still getting used to this car. And the boy from Byron Bay, Justin Bryce. Oh, we've come together here. We'll see what happens here. Justin Bryce coming in to the chicane. Does he catch David Baker, or is Baker struggling in this section? Oh, it's Baker rejoining on the road right in front of his Playboy teammate, and they come together. And Justin Bryce up the road now. Matt Collins still with that fastest lap of the race. Lap 7 of 10. Who's out there? It's Logan and Opedisano once again. So Oppo really struggling to hold it tight. And on the track. Single cockpit. Opedisano getting the job done through the sweeper into, I won't call it the hairpin, it's not that tight. The gear ratio very tight here. The guys coming down the gears, almost locking up, coming through the chicane. But because the cars are so tiny and tight, they can afford to carry a lot more speed. And Matt Collins again with the fastest lap of the race, a 149, breaking the 150s. He is on fire this track. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Up on 2 wheels, Daniel Opedisano. Watching Opedisano coming out of that chicane, bringing up the sparks. This is the replay. Watch him get up on 2 wheels here. It's the fast right-hander. There he goes. Oh, almost rolled it, but he manages to hold it on. Oh, he's just managed to get it pulled up in time. Rob Logan keeping him honest as we are on lap 8 of 10. Plenty of action out here at Oulton Park. It looks like it's going to be Matt Collins out in front. Starting to cast Ross Licciardi. Look at him just slide it through. Let's go for a full lap with Matt Collins on board now. Oh, straight in the back of Licciardi. Doesn't know how to avoid a car up in front. It's like a wombat, just stays on the trail. Just dips in the front, gets the rear. Oh, he's hit the curb. On board with Matt Collins. Spectacular action there. Watching Matt Collins now just get it loose. Coming that right-hander. He manages to take this. But watch him just go wide. Misjudges that. Gets hooked up on the curb. Bounces straight under the cameraman there. And rejoins with his healthy lead. Back in P1. No harm done. He's just lost his lead down to 10 seconds. As Opposano, Justin Bryce are out there battling now. Here we go. Opposano struggling, falling back. Oh, he's got no front bumper. That's why. Struggling to turn in. And we're watching Justin Bryce now in the... Opposano's just let Bryce through. So it looks like Oppo's let him through just to chase him down. Oh, Bryce also getting up on the two wheels now. We're on the second last lap of the race. We're watching Justin Bryce on board with Oppo. Look at that slide getting through. Almost holds it all the way through there. Don't touch those curves. We know what happened with Matt Collins. This is Opposano's favourite corner. He's lost it twice here. Oh, commentator's curse. He's done it again. Justin Bryce turning around as well. Very hard cars to turn around, so they're both stuck there, trying to stay out of the way. Matt Collins, Braden Pritchard, Jacob Steele up in the third. And Laszlo to Glass up into P4. Guys have been driving very solid. Best lap of the race at 1:53.6. No one's really touching Matt Collins and Braden Pritchard out in front there. Fastest laps so far tonight has been 1:49.9 and a 1:50.6 respectively. To Glass racing with us from Hungary, live from the other side of the world. And Jacob Steele racing from the UK. Part of our NASCAR series. If you're not familiar with it, definitely get on our Discord channel and join in next time. Alright, so that's Pritchard just overtaking Licciardi. So that means Jacob Steele, we are on the final lap. So where's Matt Collins, our race leader? No one's touched him all evening. 24 seconds ahead of teammate. Oh, here comes. There's David Baker. Baker struggling without that front splitter. Damage set to 40%. It looks like Justin Bryce and Opposano battling it out, but Brycey further up the road now. We'll watch Matt Collins as he comes through the final couple of corners. Take race win, victory and honours. Boys are having an absolute ball here, as you can hear him in the team radio. Matt Collins in the white Cooper Ford Mustang. He'll be happy with this one, pretty solid out in front. If you're watching live, you can boot up the simulator, get on rFactor 2 and join the server. As Matt Collins, race 1 winner, crosses the start-finish line and takes a checkered flag very convincingly. Braden Pritchard further 24 seconds behind. quite a distance. Matt Collins very solid. Only made one major mistake. Still finishes well over 20 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Braden Pritchard coming around the final corner now to take the checkered. Congratulations to Braden. A lot of work from the back of the field there, but he managed to get it done. And there is Jacob Steele. Not too far behind, to be honest. And Laszlo coming around the final corner. Beautiful section here. Up over the hill. These cars will be awesome in this. So we'll watch Teglas crossing the start-finish line. Then it's Rob Logan. Solid result for him in P5. Final corner for Rob Logan. Can he hold it on? Yes, the rear stick. And off he goes. Down in the gully. Up over the crest. Crossing the start-finish line. P5 for Rob Logan. Congratulations. That means Justin Bryce and Daniel Opposano. This is for position. These guys are just having fun now. Opposano will try and go up the inside, but we know that's not his best corner. So come around the sweeper. Yet to finish. Oh, Bryce, he's just gone wide. Oh, he's held on to it. Oppo up inside. Takes the position from Justin Bryce with only one corner to go. We know this is Oppo's favourite. Can he hold it firm? Oh, Bryce just touches him on the outside. And Bryce is going to take 6. Oppo 7. And Baker already in the pits for P8. Ross Licciardi is parked up in the pits as well, ready for race 2. And Scott Flack, hopefully, we'll see him in race 2 as well. We hope to see you in race 2. We've just got a few commercials. We'll be back right after this break.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. the boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
All right, welcome back. We're ready for race 2. Here we go. We've got Scott Flack out the front. Oh, it's a big pile up on the opening lap. A few guys are getting around. We've got a few more drivers now joined us throughout the night. Scott Flack, Matt Collins, Braden Pritchard out in front once again. Scott Flack's gone wild. Seneschal is in 3 in the Super Cheap Auto. But it's Braden Pritchard. This is a battle out front. These guys are hot to trot all night. David Baker has settled in a P5. Jacob Steele up in a 4. Brycey and Oppo together as well. Scott Flack absolutely struggling with these cars in the Mercedes. Having fun though, but it's up the front. On board with Braden Pritchard, chasing down Matt Collins. These two will fly. These guys will probably be lapping the field by the end of this race, as Pritchard's getting up into the slipstream of Matt Collins in the Mustang, just taking it easy through the first chicane. So Seneschal settling in at P3 now, and it's Jacob Steele, Justin Bryce hot on the trot. And that is Oppo just going wide there in the sand trap. Oh, he's almost rolling it. Got to highlight that one as we see Scott Flack getting in the mix with Oppo trying to rejoin. Oh, he was too tight on entry. Got forced out in the grass, and that is him. Down in P10 already, so Pritchard and Collins still together. Justin Bryce the next, and Laszlo de Glass up into 4, and Jacob Steele. Jacob Steele getting a massive run through turn 1 there, and Scott Flack back up into P6. This is Jacob Steele now chasing down Laszlo de Glass. No safety car here on this one. Through the sweeper, backing it off, full pelt. Throw the front end in, let the back come around. Oh, sounds like Jacob Steele's just backed it off early. Getting a better run on the exit. Scott Flack further back. Oh, Steele coming in early. Getting a smooth run through there. Watch that battle ensue as the race continues. Seneschal coming together with, I think that's, no, Ross Licciardi's in the pits already. Brent Johnson is in the pits as well. So who's that other? I think that's Seneschal. It is. And that's with Daniel Opedasano just in front. So Jacob Steele just struggling there, not too sure what happened. Let's see if we can see it on the replay. Where we, oh, just missed it there. Let's rewind it. Just coming in, hits that inside curb, gets launched up onto the two wheels. Nothing much he could do from that point on as he gets turned around with the momentum. All right. So Jacob Steele resettles in P7. Baker, our favourite, back up into P6 at the moment. Flack just ahead of him as well, further 8 seconds. And it looks like Pritchard and Collins are absolutely smushing. These boys are go-kart champs in the day, good mates, and they're out here been practicing most of the week. As they'll be glued together the whole race. Scott Flack and to Glass there now. Flack trying to hold the inside line, lets it roll out. And it's a chase into the chicane. Who's got bigger kahunas as they break later? They're both pretty much the same. Taking the same line as they come through. Up over the rise, it's full pelt, full accelerator. You can see the gas pedal on the telemetry, bottom right-hand corner. As we come up over the crest into the chicane. We are at Oulton Park, up the inside. All bumped together. And Teglass will get the second serve on the left-hand corner. Now it's a right sweeper. Avoid that inside curb. We've seen a couple of guys hit that and get launched. And this battle is for P4 at the moment. Two major battles going on. Still Braden Pritchard. Collins up the inside, but will it be the switcheroo? That's Matt Collins in the white Cooper Ford Mustang. Oh, has to put on the brakes. The momentum. So they come through the sweep. Oh, there's launched Collins. He's managed to hold it. Looks like we've still got Jacob Steele and Baker swapping positions. Scott Flack starting to fall in the clutches of Jacob Steele. He's been pretty solid first race. And he is doing really well in race 2. Currently in P6, David Baker P7. Justin Bryce, the boy from Byron in the Energizer Ford Mustang. No, that's the Mercedes E63 miniature. Just bringing that around. Last lap was a 1:53.5. Close to his fastest lap tonight. And that's been pretty consistent. The boys up front, fastest lap. Braden Pritchard, a 1:51. So that's the difference in lap times. Starting to get used to it now. The field is building. If you are watching at home, feel free to jump in. We still have 3 races to go, exactly the same. You too could be on track racing against these guys. Just follow the links down below or look up on the server, SimHaus Summer Series. Side by side, that's Pritchard and Collins. Are they going to be drafting down here? Pritchard's on the outside. You can't see him, but he is there. Right behind him as they go through. Only lap 5. We're only halfway through. Opedasane still struggling. I just got to him as he spun, turning the car around. Still at his favourite corner. That's about the 5th time he's done that tonight. And we're only halfway through race 2. We should put a little counter up on the screen how many times he's done that. But these boys up front giving us a great show. Oh, Collins up the inside now. I feel like Braden is on the outside. No, he's on the inside. This is for the lead between Matt Collins and Braden Pritchard. Pritchard in the red, Collins in the white. Swapping turns as they go through. Nice and easy through that final turn, 3rd gear. Pritchard coming up to the right-hand side. We can see him in the mirror. Let's see what happens on turn 1. Will he go deep under brakes? He is on the inside. There he goes. Looks like Teglass is up into P3. Oh, bouncing. Look at that bounce from Matt Collins, leaving skids all over the circuit here at Oulton Park. Teglass and Justin Bryce battle for P3 now. Bryce doing all he can to keep on the tail of Teglass from Hungary. This is battle for P3 and 4. Scott Flack left in the middle, but he's got Jacob Steele defending, chasing Scott Flack, I should say. There he is in the lime green. Just struggling on a couple of corners, I'd say, letting Flack through. Yeah, he's just got to chase him back down. Jacob Steele's still in P6. Just keep the momentum. Flack's unfortunately got stuck somewhere on the circuit in race 1, and this is literally his first race of the evening. So I can see Laszlo and Teglass coming through the chicane now. Aerial view from the blimp, or the drone I should say. You can see the power's exactly the same as they head up the hill. Come down the chicane from bird's eye view. Taking different lines. Bryce taking nice faster line in. Can he get fast out as well? Teglass just getting the better of him through there. But there's nothing in it as they come through. If you're watching at home and it's your first time, make sure you subscribe, like the page, like the video, and hit that notification bell. Make sure you get notified exactly when we go live to air. Our next race is next week. These two out front still together. Nothing in it as they both lapped in the 154s last time. This battle slowing them down, but no one's really catching them as they're 25 seconds ahead. Teglass and Bryce together as well. We'll go back up front. This battle swapping turns. I think they've swapped the lead about 10 times already. 3 times a lap at least. We're in lap 7. Look at that. Pritchard taking that beautifully. Great battle out in front. Pritchard, the better of the two so far. But we'll wait for the checkered flag to come before we can determine a winner here. Matt Collins, convincing win in race 1. All right, these two are battling it out still. Then it's to Glass and Bryce still battling it out right behind them. Here we go, Bryce right up the back of Glass. Oh, Bryce going wide and cuts in tight. Gets a better exit as Glass will have to back off not to hit those ripples heavy. Saw a couple of guys get launched in the grass as a result. Oh, beautiful slide from Bryce. He's really got the hang of this now. Just keep it on the track. Keep that momentum. Coming into turn 1 now, Oulton Park, international configuration, is the side to get the rear wide. And look at him close in. Up the inside now. Oh, he's got to Glass trying to come in. Oh, Bryce is just holding that slide. On board with Glass now. Oh, just going wide, trying to cut in. He's going to have to straighten up, get on the brakes early, come down the gears from 6 down to 3rd, but he's staying in 4th. Oh, just getting loose on the exit there, lost a bit of space to Bryce, giving him a bit of breathing space. Some excellent racing here. We can hear the rears just locking up as they come in heavy braking down the gears, and this battle up front is still going. Matt Collins side by side with Braden Pritchard. I can see another battle going out on track between Opposano. We'll go to that one as these two still swapping turns. A penalty for Seneschal. Oh, Oppo just sliding in front of Baker there. Beautiful move. Baker just over-rotating. Oh, and that's Rob Logan. Not too sure what happened to Rob. Oh, he's in a battle with Scott Flack. I think he's just locked up or thrown too much speed. Yes, he threw it too much in. Broke late. He couldn't get the car to straighten up. Just slid in front of all the boys there. Back up the front now. It's Braden Pritchard. 2 laps to go. Pritchard on the inside, but he's stuck in right behind Collins now. He's got the exit, but he won't have the entry into the chicane unless he swaps over, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got to brake early, get the launch out of here, get on the gas now and go for it. Look at the time he's got on Collins as they go up over the hill, side by side now. Looks like a 3-way battle between Baker, Flack and Oppo. We'll go back to that one. That's Scott Flack in the orange, Oppo in the white. They're both gone wide. Flack's trying to stay out wider so Oppo can't get back on. There's no real rules here. It's the Summer Series. Hope you guys can join the next round. Make sure you tune in. Find out when the next race is. Scott Flack, the better of the two at the moment. Oppo on the inside for this sweeper. Watch them as they go through. Oppo on the inside now. Should slide out in front of Flack, and that's exactly what he's done. Oh, he's just gone deep. Oppo's let him go through. Now they're chasing Baker. Here comes Oppo right behind on the right-hand side. Watch him go. There he is. This is a cockpit view. It's a mono cockpit. Single motorbike engine. Oh, just a little squeeze from Flacky. And Baker's off now into P6. Jacob Steele up into P5. And the leaders are on the final lap of the race down the back sweeper. Collins up the inside now. Pritchard trying to go around the outside. Oh, Pritchard just went wide. What happened there? Pritchard coming into the sweeper. Oh, he just got clipped on the inside or clipped the curb and he's lost it. I was watching the wrong person there. Anyway, back to live as Matt Collins is about to cross the finish line. Couple of corners to go now for Matt Collins. Well ahead of Pritchard and Bryson to Glass battling it out, but Bryce just stretching that. Last corner now for Matt Collins. Repeat of race 1. Oh, lucky he held on to it, and this will be the checkered flag for Matt Collins. Congratulations. That means Justin Bryce will take home P3. Good result for him ahead of Laszlo de Glass in P4. Can he hold it? One more corner to go. Yes, he can. So that's Justin Bryce coming across the start-finish line now. Taking the checkered flag. Then it's to Glass right behind him. Great battle between those two this race. Jacob Steele from the UK out by himself now, but a solid finish to take home P5. Jacob Steele crossing the start-finish line now. That means David Baker will be looking for a P6. Oh, and it's a three-way. This is for position. So it's David Baker, Obadesano, Scott Flack. David Baker in the Playboy skin. Oppo in the white. Oh, Scott Flack in the orange. Takes out the two other drivers. How does he do that? If that was bowling, that would have been a strike. I think he's going to wait up for him. No, he's out with him as well. So Baker looking forward. He wants that win. No rules here in the SimHaus Summer Series. Scott Flack still playing in the grass there. Oppo around the outside. Baker. It's a race between Baker and Oppo. Who's going to make it? And it's going to be Oppo crossing the line just ahead of Baker. Rob Logan coming through too to take P8. Scott Flack will roll through. Lost his front wing. And Sinechel in P10. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was race 2. We'll set the random grid for race 3. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the commercial break. All right, welcome back, guys. We're about to go green. So it's race 3, race 10, random grid. So it's Brent Johnson from the WA in P1. Revs are rising, waiting for the lights to go. Listen for the tone. Revs are coming, I can hear it. Here we go. Got a few new drivers joining us for this one, and we've lost Matt Collins. So there'll be a good competition up the front. Watch Braden Pritchard cut through the field now. This is a better start for race 3. Bryce flying away out in front. I think that's Ross Licciardi. Just got bumped on entry. Justin Bryce sliding through turn 1. Brent Johnson. Oh, big group in the middle here. That's Brent Johnson up the front. He's got Scott Flack on the inside. Then it's Antonis Paparanopoulos from Greece. Got a few internationals. Oh, Oppo's lost it. And Glass has gone into the back there. Not too sure what's happened there. Scott Flack up the front now. Antonis right behind him. And there's a big group behind Jacob Seal, Brent Johnson. And that is Braden Pritchard up the inside. David Baker and it looks like Senechal behind him. Oh. Senechal just taking a shortcut there. We'll have to keep an eye on that, and if there's any more intentional cutting of the track, then we'll have to disqualify Senechal. Even though it's fun, we're still not cheating. We're out there trying to be competitive as well. And that's Braden Pritchard right behind. Braden Pritchard had an absolute blinder with Matt Collins in race 2. You can see the lead change over and over. Justin Bryce leading this one though, as we're out in front with Justin Bryce in P1. Scott Flack and Antonis Paparanopoulos. His first race with us in this car. He's just jumped in. Unfortunately got stuck in the pits for race 2. So this is technically his first race with us. And who's further back? That is Brent Johnson from WA. Braden Pritchard up on the inside. Will they do the switcheroo? Brent Johnson, first race as well. He had to pull out of the second race because he hadn't set up the driving cockpit and he got nothing but mirror. Was unable to see ahead of him. So come up over the top of the rise here. Braden Pritchard, Brent Johnson on the inside now. Senechal getting the job done through there as he moves up into P5. Troy Cieslawski's joining us too. I think he's in the white Mustang. Oh, Jacob Steele just gets clipped by the Glass. That's for P8, and that is Baker further behind in the Playboy, chasing him down as well. So they'll be coming up through the ranks throughout the race, so keep an eye on that one as we go back up front with Antonis in P2. Braden Pritchard already up into P3. Fast, no, not quite the fastest lap of the race so far. Very slow at the moment, only 2-minute laps. Here we go, this is better. Down in the 150s now. That was the opening lap. There's Braden Pritchard, the looming red car. Got to look out for that in your rear vision mirror. He's the hottest, fastest driver out there. I can hear a slow vehicle. I'm not too sure who it is. That is Opposano. Not too sure what's happening here. It looks like he's got car trouble. We saw him stall it earlier on. He's trying to get it going. Or is he just waiting for his cousin, Ross Licciardi, in the orange? And that is Ross Licciardi just in front. So they're going to race together throughout the night. So, Braden Pritchard in P3 still just 1.8 to 1.6 seconds behind P2. That gap closing now. And it's Cieslawski and Baker, the closest ones out on track. Cieslawski taking that white Coopers up into P8 at the moment. He's just joined the server. And if you're at home too, you've still got a couple of races to join us as well. And that looks like Seneschal stuck in there. Oh, Jacob Steele hitting the wall. I don't know if he got freaked out by the guy reversing, but he's hit the wall pretty hard. Watch Jacob Steele come into the chicane here. Watch this. Oh, he's just got the rear wide, clipped the grass on entry. There's not much he could do there. Hit that magical barrier, and he's turned around. Rejoining in P10. I've got a lot of work to do if he's going to get back up the front. We're on board with the Sandgroper Brant Johnson. I think that's what they call him in the WA. Nice line through there. Justin Bryce, the boy from Byron, is out in front in P1, a healthy 3.2 seconds ahead. Just watching the dirt in front. Bryce just lapping, I think, Oppo and Licciardi. And that's who brought up the dust and the grass, so he gets our Jim Mowing Award. Oh, and here comes Pritchard. I can see him in the background. Here we go. Watch him come in here. This will be a great battle now. On board with Braden Pritchard chasing Antonis from Greece. Antonis hot in there. Just overshoots it. Loses that position. And that is Pritchard up into P2. One more position to go to get the lead. He's on fire. Chasing now Justin Bryce out in P1. There he is. That is the leader of the race so far. 4 laps in on race 3. 2 laps to go after this one. To Glass and Brant Johnson racing out there together. We'll go back to that battle, and that is, looks like to Glass just taking Brant for P5, moving up into 5. Scott Flack out by himself. Where is he? He's in P4. Very lonely. He's just got to watch the rear vision mirror. The lap times between Flack and to Glass. Flack's last lap was a 155. And to Glass was a 156. So it looks like Flack's pulling away from that one. So they're all starting to... Oh, Scott Flack just overshooting. And he's going to lose a couple of positions. He has to put it in reverse. To Glass going through. So too Brant Johnson. Crossing the start finish line in P4 and 5. There it is. Flack's rejoining now, losing yet another position. Slipping down to P7. And there's a green machine. That's Licciardi and Opposano playing in the dirt. Gets another Jim Mowing Award. Opposano just waiting up for Licciardi. Having some fun out there. This is a fun series, the Summer Series. Some great racing out there as we watch Braden Pritchard. This is where the serious stuff is now, because this is for the lead. Braden Pritchard chasing down Justin Bryce. Bryce on the inside now. Watch Braden get up the inside, but it's a sweeping right-hander. Bryce is holding the inside line. He's forcing Pritchard out. We can see Pritchard up the inside. Who's heavier under brakes? Oh, Bryce is trying to come in, but Pritchard's already blocked that hole, unable to protect that position, and that is Pritchard through into P1. And here comes Antonis, now in P3, chasing down Justin Bryce in P2. This is the top three crossing the start finish line now. Starting to heat up as we've got 5 laps to go on lap 6 now. Nice line from Antonis as he takes the inside line. Lets it sweep out. Got that momentum. Down through, just getting ready for that fast left-hand sweeper. There's not much he can do as he knows Bryce is going to cut in, and that's exactly what he does. Does he go out and clip the grass? No, he doesn't. Brings it back in. Heavy braking down in the third. Gets it loose. Just ragging that steering wheel. Look at the wheel control as they come through. Down the back now. It'll be heavy braking into the chicane. Oh, almost taking it flat. Cutting a great line through there. We saw Antonis losing his second position to Braden Pritchard through that same section. Pritchard just not really stretching away at the moment. The gap only 1.3 ahead of Justin Bryce now. Papanopoulos is trying to get close to the back of Justin Bryce there in P2. Double right hand kink. You get that right, you get this section beautifully, and it's a straight run down into the last corner. Got to get down the... Oh, Bryce just slipping off. Almost taken out from Justin Bryce, just sliding across. Any cars coming? No, he's still in P3. P4's a further 21 seconds behind, so very safe there. Johnson and Senegal racing it out. This is for P6 now, further back in the field. Similar cars to P2 and 3. This is the closest battle so far. Unfortunately, Justin Bryce just spinning on that last corner. That rear just rotating with the camber change. That weight just rolled over, pushing the rear of that car around and onto the grass. We saw Oppadasano get caught out with that about 4 times in the one race. Now he's out there having fun with his cousin, Ross Licciardi. And that was Brand Johnson just going long there. Coming down the left sweeper was Seneschal on the inside and a bump. No, he's just gone wide. No grip out there. The inertia just forcing him out in the grass.
There is nothing like the mountain.
Sorry, back live now, and Brand Johnson's lost his front. He looks like he's still got the grip out there, so it's not too much of an impact. Usually they use front end grip when they lose the front splitter. But he's still in P7, just behind Scott Flack there in P6. Alright, so it looks like Oppo's in the pits. I'm not too sure what for, but probably the first pit stop we've seen. Troy Jaslowski. Oh. This is where Scott Flack got stuck before. Oh, he's doing well. He's just got to get... There he goes. Off he goes. Well done, Troy. Still in P10. Just behind David Baker, further up the road. So Pritchard with the fastest lap of the race at 150.9. And then there's Antonis with a 151.3. Pritchard doing a great job out in front. Very solid all night long. Great battle with Matt Collins in the White Cooper's Mustang. That's not him in front, that's Troy Jaslowski. About to be lapped by the leader of the race, Braden Pritchard. And Antonis is only, he's stretched out to 4.5 seconds now. He's gone wide. He's tried to catch it. He had to back off. You've got to be very careful backing off mid-slide. Otherwise, the grip will come and he'll be thrown over. The blue flag being waved for Troy Cieslawski. And that's Troy just coming across, but no match for him. Troy will definitely let him go through. Braden Pritchard lapping Troy Cieslawski. Here comes Antonis, not too far behind. We could see Braden getting caught up a bit there, losing about a second in that lap alone. And now the field just spreading out. As far as international drivers, what we've got Antonis Papanopoulos from racing with us right now from Greece. We're not too sure where Senechal is racing from. Laszlo Teglas is racing with us from Hungary as we speak. Brand Johnson may as well be on the other side of the world as he's in Perth. And Jacob Steele racing with us from the UK in the green Coopers Mustang. Who else have we got? The others are all Aussies there. So back up front, Braden Pritchard dominating. Last lap was a 151.9. About a second off his best so far tonight. This race, I should say. We're only in lap race 3. Few position changes further back. We saw Oppo coming in the pits for tyres and Licciardi retiring from the race. Just see the work of Braden Pritchard slowing the car down, just transferring the weight of the vehicle, getting it where he can get back on the gas and point that nose straight through the final corner and onto the main straight to bring us onto the last lap of the race. Dominating race from Braden Pritchard. He had to work for it at the early stage of the race, but once he was out in front, look at him go, and that was Papanopoulos in the background there, just coming through turn 1. Justin Bryce was leading the race early on, unfortunately spun and lost P2 to Papanopoulos, and now he's got 20-second deficit to P2. So it looks like he'll be comfortable out in P2 at the moment as his teammate Senechal is in P4 at the moment. Brand Johnson has got Scott Flack. This is for position now, so this is what we like to see, the battle for position, and that is for P5. We'll just see where Braden is at the moment, and we'll have to get him crossing the start-finish line. He's down the back of the circuit, so we're timing in about 20 seconds time. Meanwhile, it's back to Scott Flack. Oh. Alright, so Braden Pritchard. Only a few final corners to go. We'll see how he gets through this section. Got to straighten up, come down a couple of gears, get the front end. Be very, very careful here. Perfect line through there. Any wider on those ripples and he'll be launched into the grass. One more corner to go. How's he going to do it? Here comes Antonis closing in on the final stages of the last corner. But it is Braden Pritchard going to cross the line to take race 3. Congratulations, well deserved. And that is the checkered flag. And there is Antonis Papanopoulos. Impressive drive for his first race of the night with us. And here comes Justin Bryce for P3 honours. Final corner now. The one that brought him undone comes home in P3. Congratulations, Justin Bryce from Byron Bay. And then it's Senechal. Oh, just off in the grass. How far back is to glass? It looks like Glass and Steel are battling it out. This is for position, the Hungarian versus the Brit. And this is for position P5. This will go all the way to the wire now. Nice and wide. Jacob Steele got the best position for the next right-hander. But Glass going right around the outside with the momentum. Oh, just trying to cut off Jacob Steele coming on the inside. So it's going to be a battle in the last corner. Steele going slow in, fast out. And it's going to be a drag race to the end. But he's just cooked it on the rears coming out. And that is Glass winning that one in 5. Steele in 6. And Brent Johnson right behind them. This is P7. That means Scott Flack has already crossed the finish line. Baker in 9 and Czeslowski in 10. All right, so that is the end of the race. We'll get ready for race 4. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Baba, what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
这家伙, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You went back this time, right? You wasn't back.
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down. Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Nisha, you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each O barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. Race 4, here we go. Racing's been awesome all night long. This will be no different. Random grid once again. Seeing Ross Licciardi up the start and just settling back into his grid position. Jacob Steele right behind him. What's going to happen in race 4? Random grid. We've got some more drivers in here. The field is growing as the night progresses. Opposano, a lot of work to do all the way back there in P13. Race 4, 10 laps once again. Revs rising, that means the green's coming. Watch the green flag. There it goes, Ross Licciardi getting an awful start. And that is Justin Bryce getting the jump. Jacob Steele further back. Where is Braden Pritchard? I can't see. Oh, Justin Bryce going to take out his teammate as well. Oh, that's a huge, huge accident. Massive stack at the start. Everyone involved there. Let's watch Justin Bryce from the aerial view, just taking him out. Everyone getting caught up in that one. So as the dust settles, it is Jacob Steele out in front with Antonis Papanopoulos in P2 once again. Then it's Brent Johnson, his teammate, in 3. Troy Czeslowski in 4. Oh, almost getting clipped by Michael. Oh, Michael just spinning around there. Bajenek. And Czeslowski up into 4 now to Glass. And oh, watch this pile up into this next corner. Teammates still scrapping it out here. Oppo moving up into P7 now from the rear of the field. Thanks to that incident, but he did get caught up in that as well. And Braden Pritchard, where is he? He's been hot all night, but he's in P9. A lot of work to do, out by himself. Watch him cut through the field. We are only on the opening lap. This is great stuff. Jacob Steele out in front with Antonis Papanopoulos from Greece. The 2 foreigners out in the top 2 position, and Brant Johnson in P3. Czeslowski 4. Nice run through there from Jacob Steele. He's been pretty good, pretty solid all night. Not the best result in race 3, but let's see how it goes in the 4th race of the night. One more race to go after this, so stay tuned. Plenty of racing coming your way as we are racing from Oulton Park in the SimHaus Summer Series 2024. Round 1 this is. You still got a chance to join in any round as we head in and offer different cars and tracks throughout the season, throughout the Australian Summer Series, which is generally our off-season. This will give the guys something to race with through the summer, keeping them in tune. Should be showcasing different racing craft as we see Papanopoulos absolutely monstering it through the chicane now. Side by side they go. On board with Jacob Steele. There's Papanopoulos. Oh, he's let him go. He just wants to chase Antonis down from Greece. It's got a long way to go. We're only in lap 2, so there's no reason to fight for that position yet. Michael Bajenek in P7, just ahead of Justin Bryce. We'll go back to that battle. That's the two Mercedes battling it out. Brycey lost his front splitter already. A long way to go. Baker further back, defending against Oppadasano back in P10. Papanopoulos posting the fastest lap of the race. Someone's come off there. Watch the name drop through the timing screens. Ross Licciardi just coming off on the first corner there. And he's got to Glass back down in P12, having an absolute shocker after his P2 result in, what was it, P4 result in race 3. All right, back up front, there's a battle going. Oh, just saw someone clip the other one. So, Antonis out by himself in P1, coming through the fast left-hander. What's he done? He's got hooked up on the inside, and he's just put the brakes on. Jacob Steele, with nowhere to go, has actually clipped him and launched him into the grass. Not his fault. But looks like something's wrong with that vehicle. It's falling down the ladder. Unfortunately for Antonis, it looks like he's got engine issues or no clutch. And that engine is stalled, unable to restart. Still stuck there. As I just saw a battle with, here we go, two into one don't go, and they both spun out. Licciardi's got to get on the gas, get around, work around him. There he goes. Licciardi getting the better of that one to Glass, spinning through there, off into P11. So Seneschal in P3, I keep pronouncing it different ways. I'm not too sure where he's from. Scott Flack, this is a better race from him in P4 so far. Let's see if he can hold it there. Braden Pritchard, here he comes. Fastest lap of the race, a 151.4. The other boys are in the 152s and the 153s, so Braden absolutely lighting up the charts at the moment, bringing himself back up into P5. Still got a bit of work to do, as he's about 20 seconds off the lead. But we're not even halfway through the race yet, so he's got plenty of time. Jacob Steele out front now by himself. Just taking it nice and easy right round the outside, keeping that momentum. Not trying to take the tighter line on the inside. Well cambered that corner, but if you get on the outside of that, you are sent straight over the left-hand side into the tyre wall. Quite a historic circuit here at Oulton Park in Cheshire, the UK. Czeslowski and Licciardi battling it out now. Czeslowski in the white, Licciardi in the orange. Just pan up on this circuit. As you can see, the rest of the drivers coming around the outside there. Oh, Licciardi getting caught up on the barrier there. And he's retired once again. We'll see if we can see what happens here. Licciardi coming into that deep braking. He's come too tight. Oh, he's just come around. Oh, he's just spun it on the roof. Not much he can do there, and he's retired from the race. Braden Pritchard still in P5 now, still lighting up that timing screen. Fastest sector. Fastest middle sector for him on that lap alone. Unable to post a time there. 150.937. Fastest lap of the race so far. Once again, beating his own record, but he's got a bit to do if he's going to catch Jacob Steele out in front. 8 seconds ahead of Brent Johnson, but he's got company now. Brent Johnson's got Jay Seneschal in P3, hot on the tail. I assume because of the ping that he's on the other side of the world. I'd love to know whereabouts he's from. As he comes through the chicane beautifully, getting the job done on Brent Johnson, but the job's not done yet. We're on board with Brent Johnson, and there's Seneschal on the inside. Got the crossover. Brent Johnson just trying to stay on track. Oh, just going wide. That's not going to help him at all. And he's losing time in P3. He's quite comfortable there. Scott Flack is coming. There he is in the orange right behind, chasing him down. And that is Braden Pritchard as well. So they're all going to cluster together, I'd say. And that'll be a three-way battle for P3 with Brent Johnson. On your screen right now, racing from WA. Scott Flack from New South Wales. And so too, Braden Pritchard. Oh, Seneschal just getting loose there. What's happened to him? That infamous final corner coming onto the main straight has brought him undone, and he's lost a lot of time to Brent Johnson. Look at this, that's 4 cars. This is 4-car battle for P3. Watch it increase. P2, I should say. Brent Johnson out in front at the moment, and Tonus, unfortunately, looks like he's back out on track, so I'm not too sure what he's done. He's actually got the fastest lap of the race. So we'll go back to the battle here. This is P2. It's going to be 4 cars battling it out together. We'll stay tuned on this one. 6 laps out of 10. Already gone. Oh, Seneschal up the inside. Race into the chicane. Who's got the bigger late breaker? Nice and smooth. Seneschal getting the exit beautifully. Just a bit squirrely at the front end, but he manages to get through. And look at Pritchard at the back now. It's Flacky up the inside. Oh, takes out 2 drivers in one go. Spectacular effort from Scott Flack. Watch this as they come over the rise into the chicane. Hits the tyre barrier. Goes up the inside. Watch him. Hits the barrier. Clips Seneschal, unfortunately. And around they go. Braden Pritchard up into P3 now because of that. Chasing down Brent Johnson in P2. Just over a second away. And Seneschal and Justin Bryce teammates. Robbins racing, they say. Bryce, he's lost the inside. Oh, Bryce, he's just spun. Keep it going right around. These cars are hard to turn. Too much grip. There we go. Well done from Justin Bryce. As Flack goes through. And Seneschal, his teammate, up into P4. Oh, and he's going to lose that position. Commentator's curse. Just bouncing over that rear curb. Keep going. Get the car running. Put the clutch in. He's trying to lean forward. He can't. It's not going to move from there. And he's losing valuable position. Michael Bushnek. Mikhail Bushnek, I should say, up into P10. And Tonus chasing him down. But it's Braden Pritchard out in P3. 6 seconds behind. So something's happened there. He's lost touch with Brent Johnson, who is 7 seconds up the road. It's 7 laps down. Jacob Steele out in front. Let's give him credit. Oh, he's come off. He's got a 4-second lead. 3, 2, 1. There is second place coming to take the lead. Come on, Jacob. He's been doing well. He's had the whole race and he's got 3 laps to get it back. If we're going to look at lap times, Jacob's been lapping in the 153s, and so too Brent Johnson. Those lap times are identical, as this will be a great battle for the lead. And Braden Pritchard's got to get 5 seconds on these guys as he's lapping in the 201s. So something's happened to them as well. Clouds are starting to cover the track now, so the conditions are getting cooler. Depending whether that's going to affect the grip out here at Oulton Park. It is now Brant Johnson out in front. This is the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Brant Johnson from WA racing against Jacob Steele from the UK. And Flack and Bryce are together back in P4. We'll go to that one as well. That is Scott Flack on screen, and that is Justin Bryce in the background. So Jacob Steele is back in the lead, but I think it was a mistake from Brant Johnson. We're on a replay now into the chicane. This is where all the action does happen. Oh, he's just overshot it on the grass, lost a bit of time. Great overtake from Jacob Steele. And this is back live now. Jacob Steele still out in front, just ahead of Brant Johnson. Pritchard ain't able to make any progress on these two, even though his fastest lap's over 3 seconds ahead of these two out in front. Black and Bryce still out there together as well. This is the battle for P4 still going on as we circulate, but it could be a three-way for the lead, and he's in about 1 or 2 laps time. We've only got 2 laps to go in the race. Brant Johnson taking a nice line on exit, just got that momentum, and that's Seneschal stuck on the inside wall there. Not too sure what's happening with him, but he's parked it up just outside of turn 1, and that's why we keep seeing yellow sector in 1. Jacob Steele out in front. There he is. That is the leader. Brant Johnson trying all he can to catch, just under a second behind. Braden Pritchard is closing now, 2.5 seconds. If these two trip up in front, Braden Pritchard's going to take the win. Oh, and there it is. He's locked it up in front. And that was Jacob Steele. And here comes Braden Pritchard as well. Goes wide, so Steele's lost the position. Brant Johnson now out in front. Here comes Pritchard. Second last lap. Can Brant Johnson hold it? Just got to hold it firm. Braden on the trail, catching these guys by 1 to 2 seconds a lap. And that will be enough to take the lead just on the checkered flag. So we'll see the black car versus the red car versus the green car. And then we've got the orange car further back of Scott Flack, and I can't see Justin Bryce. Daniel Opodosano moving up into the mix. But the three-way out in front, oh, Mikhail Bushanek and Papanopoulos were battling it out, but that timing screen's gone now. So back up front, it is Brant Johnson, Braden Pritchard, and Jacob Steele, all vying for the lead with last lap to go. Come on, Brant. Braden's been hot all night long, and he's doing all he can to catch, but Brant's been quite solid in this race. Very smooth, very consistent. He's just got to hold it on for half a lap now. As we come round, it's the Mercedes versus the 2 Ford Mustangs. Just bouncing off that inside curb, coming through the sweeper in a heavy braking. Regroup. Oh, that's cambered as well. I can hear Jacob Steele. I think he's slipping. Yes, he's just slipped it, so he's lost touch. So now it's just between Brant Johnson. We're on the final lap. So we've only got a few corners to go. Opodosano and Bryce now on track together. Oh, and Brant Johnson's fluffed it, and that's Braden Pritchard coming through on the final lap of the race. Champion effort from Braden Pritchard. Takes the lead from Brant Johnson. Can Brant come back with a quarter of a lap to go? So it's Pritchard coming around. A couple of corners to go now. Oh, that was the last corner you could have made a mistake on. But it's not over yet. We've still got one corner to go before the finish of the race. 10 laps done. Race 4. We've got one race to go after this. And I think the clouds are moving in. I can hear a car just ahead. And that was Braden Pritchard coming home in P1 and Brent Johnson in P2. Jacob Steele come around the final corner now. If he holds it, oh yes he does. He'll take P3 ahead of Scott Flack. And here he comes. Not too sure what he's waiting for. Has he run out of fuel? He's waiting for Oppo. Although he's just going to coast across the line here. Taking the position, and that's Opposano. Last load to Glass, solid to come back up into P6. Had a shocker at the start of the race, but he's banked some valuable points to finish P6 in race 4. And Justin Bryce and his teammate, although that's not for position. Who was that? That was Justin Bryce. Antonis Papanopoulos and Mikhail Buzhanek in 9. David Baker in the Playboy will cross the line in P10. And that means Troy Cieslowski in the pits for 11. Senegal stuck. Oh, he did manage to get it going again. So he comes out in P12 and Ross Licciardi back in the pits for P13. All right, one race to go. I think it's going to get wet. Bring your umbrellas. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back. It is race 5. Waiting for the guys to grid up. Brand Johnson just losing the lead on the final lap of the race to Braden Pritchard, who was hot on the trot, who's actually had to pull out for the last race. This one's 10 laps again. David Baker on pole position. Next to him will be Justin Bryce. A staggered grid here at Oulton Park International Circuit, as we've got 1 minute to grid up for the boys. This is the final race of the night. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and make sure you tune in or even race with us next race as we head to Oulton Park, round 2. This is round 1, SimHaus Summer Series. Justin Bryce getting an absolute flyer. Scott Flack going around the outside of Opposano. And that is Senechal down the back. Oh, 4-car pile up here, yes, the glass just come across the door. Huge incident there, bringing out the yellow flag, and that's Oppo's front bumper gone. But out in front, Justin Bryce, Brand Johnson chasing him down, and that's Baker and Jacob Steele and Troy Lassie. Oh, Baker getting caught. Oh, it's carnage here in the final race of the night. And it looks like Baker can't steer the car here. That is not Justin Bryce, that's Senechal, who's also damaged that vehicle. Oh, Justin Bryce up on the 2 wheels, manages to hold it in the lead of the race. He's got a 1.4 second gap. That is the drivers behind him trying to chase him down. Green flag in sector 3. Not too sure how he's done it, but it's not the first time he's been up on 2 wheels through that curb. Just clipping the head of that curb really launches the inside of that car. The number 25B is in the lead at the moment. Senechal and Baker, involved in that incident early on, have had to retire with steering issues. Brent Johnson coming through. So too Jacob Steele. Let's see if he can get back up the front. No Braden Pritchard for this one, so we'll have a different winner. And that is Scott Flack and Cieslawski coming through into turn 1. Flacky up the inside. Can he get the run? Oh, Cieslawski coming across to protect that line. Not too sure if he knew he was there. A few drivers have had work commitments across the other side of the world, so they've had to pull up as well. Antonis Papanopoulos from Greece has gone. So too a couple of other drivers. Oh, Cieslawski on the inside. It's Johnson and Steele battling it out for P2. Oh, Brand Johnson just bouncing. Steele's going to get the run up over the hill. He's got to take that position. Yes, Brand Johnson just tucking back in there. Speaking of battles, the one between Flack and Cieslawski still going on. And Oppo and Teglass further back as well, after that big flying incident on the opening lap. All right, someone's up in the grass there. Who's that? That is the leader, Justin Bryce. What's going on? This is Justin Bryce, was in the lead. I think he's hit that curb again, yes. Oh, he's held it on, but got stuck in the sand there. So back with Jacob Steele out in the front now. Justin Bryce falling back into P6 after leading the race, hitting that curb. Looks like a few gremlins out on the circuit, but Justin Bryce just getting launched on that curb, up on 2 wheels, unable to hold it, and losing a lot of position from the front of the race. All right, so it's all open for the 7 guys that are remaining on the circuit. We had 13, 14 before. Now we're down to the final 7. Jacob Steele defending that lead against Brant Johnson. Oh, beautiful line through there for Brant Johnson. Down the gears in the third gear. Justin Bryce, Daniel Oppadasano, and that looks like Troy Lassie up in front. Scott Flack posting the fastest lap of the race from P3. He is chasing down. There they are. That's Troy Lassie, Oppo, and Justin Bryce. Oppo up. Gets the Jim's Mowing Award. Oppadasano. Nice, beautiful slide from Justin Bryce. Takes Troy Chislowski's position. Oppo and Bryce moving up a spot. Oppo now in P4. Chislowski falling back to P6. To Glass further back, trying to chase these guys down. Where is he? He's coming through the fast left-hander. So back up the front now with Jacob Steele and Brant Johnson. This is for the lead. So this battle's still going on now. Lap 4, Jacob Steele. Solid. Oh, Brant Johnson coming right up, right around the outside. Oh, that's Jacob Steele. Where's Brant Johnson? There he is. Will he dive up the inside? No, Jacob too strong for that. Oh, just out on the wall, on the grass there. Oh, Steele up on the 2 wheels momentarily. Flack flying through that sweeper now. He's closing in on these guys. Got the fastest lap of the race at 1:51.9. Over half a second faster than the guys in front. Here we go. Jacob Steele, this is going to be a 3-lap battle for the race lead. We were told from the Bureau that the weather was closing in, but it looks okay at the moment. Not too sure what's happening with the weather. Brant Johnson moving up into P1. Here comes Scott Flack. Let's hope he doesn't go up the inside, hit the tyre wall. So on. Oh, beautiful. Oh, there he goes. Scott Flack's actually pushed him, enabled him to go through. So if we watch Brant Johnson. So Brant right around the outside loses it, just gets clipped. And unfortunately Scott Flack come round to straighten up the front. And the battle still going on. Flack in P2. Jacob just stretching that lead. Just over a second now, but that's still not far enough. These boys will catch him back up within about a lap or so. And then will take us to the checkered. Oh, bit of dust. Jacob still bringing up dust as he comes into the chicane. Flack, taking it nice and easy through that section. Flacky just went straight through. On board now with Brand Johnson chasing down Scott Flack and Jacob still in the lead. Oh, he's just overshot it there. Slipped up. Now he's got to play catch up. Just heard on the radio that Justin Bryce Kamaguts will just see what happened here. As it comes in a deep break, sliding through this section. Oh, just over rotates and off he goes. And that's what happened to Justin Bryce. All right, back up the front now. Jacob Steele, Scott Flack, first and second. Brant Johnson still there, in touch with these boys. These guys battle, occupy each other at the front. Then Brant Johnson will close in quite hard on the closing stages. We are 3 laps to go. We may run one more race because the weather hasn't turned. We'll see to that. So stay tuned. We may go for a race 6. That's Brant Johnson in P3 closing in on these two. There he is. He's reducing it. So Justin Bryce still in P4. Laszlo to Glass recovering well to be up in P5. Oppadasano having a shocker all night long in P6. And then Troy Cieslowski further back in P7. Senechal has retired early. So too David Baker through that first incident. All right, back up front. It is Jacob Steele, Scott Flack, P1 and 2. The green machine versus the yellow Mercedes. Mustang versus Mercedes E63. All right. Watch this. It's full commitment through the double right-hander. Final corner, taking it nice and easy. Flack just doesn't want to rotate. The boys have spun it there plenty of time tonight. It's the undulation change or the camber change. Flack doing all he can to stay on the grass, but he's just got the Jim's Mowing Award, bringing up the dust. Oh, Brant just falling off a little bit here. Gap just about under a second here. 2 seconds. Here comes Flacky. Up the inside. He's stretching it sideways, trying to break. He's not going to do it, but he's pulled it up in time. Up high. You can't go any further than that. Here it comes. Deep into the chicane now. Hard on the brakes. Get the... Oh, Steele's done it as well. Coming through that chicane now. Got to avoid those tyre barriers. Don't hit that curb. You're going to get launched, as we saw before with Justin Bryce from the lead. So that's bringing Brant Johnson back into the fold as he chases down Jacob Steele from the UK. Oppadasano now retiring from the race. Scott Black still in the lead now. Brant Johnson, here we go. Watch this. Watch this move from Brant Johnson to take P2 from Jacob Steele. From a long way back, he's gone right round the outside. Got that momentum. Oh, beautiful move there from Brant Johnson. Up into P2. Right. Alright, so this is the battle on track. Scott Flack pulling away now, 2.5 seconds. That means it's up to Brant Johnson and Jacob Steele to sort it out for P2. This is the closest Jacob can get so far, but he's closing in on that corner. Oh, Brant Johnson just losing it. Commentator's curse, and that's Brant Johnson going right round on the infamous corner. And we'll see how that was done. Brant Johnson from P2 comes up. Comes in hard on this last corner. Just rotates around Jacob Steele. Solid all night. Hasn't fallen foul to that corner. And that's Brant Johnson losing that position, unfortunately. But he's still in P3. So, on the final lap of the race, Scott Flack, a long time coming, is about to take the checkered flag. Just playing with the car now, just dragging it around this circuit. Got a 2.5 second gap now, just over 2 seconds. Although he needs to take it easy. One little mistake, and there is Jacob Steele. Jacob Steele coming through, but that stretches, that lead has stretched out to 3.5 seconds now. Brant Johnson falling back a further 11 seconds back. So they're all spaced out around the circuit, as we can see on the track map. Top right hand corner, not much action happening. So last lap of the race, that is Scott Flack taking the checkered. No. Yes, that is the checkered flag for Scott Flack. Jacob Steele crossing the line. And Brant Johnson coming around again. He's done it again. 2 laps in a row. And Justin Bryce coming around the corner. Where is he? He's coming around the corner. This could be a position change. The momentum. Oh, look at this. This is a position change for the 3rd position. Final step of the podium. Justin Bryce just getting it ahead of Brant Johnson. Laszlo to Glass coming around now to finish P5 ahead of Troy Jaslowski. And then Jaslowski finishing P6 already. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get the boys together. We're going to try for another race because it was supposed to rain that race, but we'll see if we can bring on a feature race. So if you're watching at home, stay tuned, and we'll be back after this.
Introducing the Racecraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with the 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimHaus wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a Racecraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The Racecraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.
Oh, but what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
Chacho, you know he fancies himself footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You got my back this time, right? You
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down. Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Nisha, you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, nos vemos.
Okay, straight in the race. The weather is turning, but we're not too sure if it's raining here at Oulton Park. The grip still looks like it's on there, but a few guys have gone off. Not too sure if that's the grip or running out of talent. Jacob still up on the inside of Glass. Oh, they've come together once again. And that's unfortunately Jacob still out for the race. Up the front, it's Scott Flack, Opedasano and Justin Bryce. Scott Flack in the orange, race winner for the last lap of the race. This is an extra race added on because we're trying to get it to rain here. These boys are racing hard now. David Baker back in the field after disconnecting in the final race. This race looking quite good now. Opedasano racing hard. It is cloudy, but we're not too sure if it's actually going to bring rain. Opedasano on the charge now. Johnson, Cieslawski and Glass further back. Unfortunately, Jacob's still 15 seconds way back behind. Opedasano now. Bryce trying to go up the inside of Flack. Three wide round. Baker in the mix as well. Oh, just a little clip there. We see him jostling position. Blackie got eyes everywhere. Shoulder charge from Justin Bryce brings Bryce around. Brand Johnson just missing. Charging down David Baker now. We haven't seen much of him. He's been having unfortunate incidents throughout the night. But now there's no points. He's up into P3. It's getting quite dark here at Oulton Park. Scott Flack still out the front in the lead. Just under a second ahead of Justin Bryce. Could have been a three-way, but a bit of a shoulder charge from Brycey on Oppo. Sent Oppo around. And Oppo got caught up with Troy Cieslawski. So they're battling it out, gone wide. Oh, just getting loose under brakes. Managed to catch it though, but on exit they've come together. Just caught the bumper. And that's Oppo out. Cieslawski still out on track. This is the battle for the lead. That is Scott Flack out in front. Justin Bryce, oh, he knows not to go out there. It's cost him the lead before. Under heavy brakes now. Brycey coming through that final corner. The rest of the field starting to spread out, but Baker still in P3 ahead of Glass now. Johnson fallen off. Sweeping through turn one now on lap 3. Flacky taking the fastest lap of the race with a 1:52.9. Conditions are improving here. Brycey just scraping around the outside. Manages to hold it on circuit. Almost sucked up his underpants trying to get around that corner there. He manages to hold Flacky now, stretching that lead just over a second. Now Baker into Glass. Battling it out, the Hungarian staying with us. Charging down on the back of David Baker. Let's see, it's getting quite cloudy here at Oulton Park. Glass closing down on Baker now. to Glass, locking up, almost going into the barriers. Here comes Brent Johnson behind as well. So this could be 3 cars battling it out for P3. Lucky still out in front, but it's these 3 battling it out for 3, 4 and 5. It's David Baker and the Purple Playboy. Baker still holding out in front. Brant Johnson with that fantastic overtake around the outside of Jacob Steele on the previous race. He's looking to do that again on the next lap. Baker just losing 1 spot, 2 spot, as Brant just shoulder barges on the way through. Almost taking the lead ahead of to Glass as well. Oh, just a little tap there. Not enough to send him into the grass. So watching Brant Johnson, Laszlo to Glass just out in front now. Coming into the hot chicane. This is where most of the guys come unstuck. This one in the final corner. Oh, Brant Johnson straight through into P3. What can De Glass do to answer that one? Just hugging that inside curb. Got to get on the exit. Brant Johnson using all of that road, getting the car sideways. Takes that beautifully. Runs over the tail end of that ripple strip. Have the track conditions changed? As the clouds have covered over, track temperature has reduced. I think I hear Justin Bryce just coming loose. No, he's gone through turn 1 quite nicely. Brant Johnson in 3. Scott Flack right out in front now. What's the gap now? 3.5 seconds. And then it's daylight back to Brant Johnson, Laszlo to Glass, and David Baker. Still reduced. Jacob's still reducing that deficit by about 3 seconds so far. He's got a long way to go if he's going to get on the back of Baker in P5 to gain another position. Scott Flack out in front, quite a commanding lead, although that lead has reduced about half a second to Justin Bryce. There he is in the background as well, chasing hard. In P2, first couple of races he struggled, but then he's coming to grips with it towards the end of the racing night. That gap just back over 3 seconds now. The Glass falling off the back of Brant Johnson as well. There is a tucked advantage, like a drafting advantage, if you manage to get in tight enough. To Glass in P4. Justin Bryce crossing the line with a new fastest lap of the race, a 1:51.001. Painfully close to breaking that 1:51. Oh, just getting sideways. Flacky going wide as well, losing a bit of time. And with Justin Bryce, fastest lap, is closing that gap to the lead. Can he do it? Just under 3 seconds now. Just keeps fluctuating. It will be just under 3 seconds as they come around this corner. Justin Bryce absolutely flying. Blackie just trying to stay consistent. Keeping his nose clean as they come through the chicane. Up over the rise now, the back straight of Oulton Park. So we're still at Oulton Park International for round 1 of the SimHaus Summer Series. If you want to get involved and race with us for round 2, definitely get on board and hit that Discord link down in the description below. And you too could be on track. We've had a lot of new drivers on track tonight, and it's been great to host them. Hope they come back, and hope you two can join in later on when we announce the next car and track combination. But for tonight, it's Oulton Park with the Aussie Racecars. Fantastic little combination. We could have gone the shorter configuration to make it tighter, but this track always delivers plenty of action, and tonight did not disappoint. As Justin Bryce closing in on Scott Flack out in front. That's the gap there. That's the visual. 2.7 seconds the difference. Only 3 laps to go. Not too sure if that's going to be enough, if he's going to take the lead. Jacob Steele coming on the back of David Baker now. That's he's flying. He's taken like 5 seconds off David Baker on that last lap alone. If he continues that, he'll overtake well before the end of this race. Here he comes, Jacob Steele on the back of David Baker. Just getting sideways there under pressure. And that is the position. Baker down to P6. And the gap up front, Scott Flack, Justin Bryce. Look at that gap now. That's 1.8 seconds. Oh, and he's hit the wall under pressure. He had not much to go. Justin Bryce coming over the back stretch. This is the replay. Closing in on Scott Flack for the lead, but he's just blown it. Hitting the tyre barrier on the inside. He's broken, locked up too early. Oh, he's just clipped it. Well, when I say just, he's pretty much clouded it full on. And that is how it all happened. Still circulating, still in P2. Brant Johnson about 11 seconds further back. Brant Johnson was solid in race 5. We are in a little feature extra race trying to get the road to rain here at Oulton Park in Cheshire, UK. It's not to be tonight. So it's Scott Flack out in front, Justin Bryce in P2. Then Brant Johnson coming through turn 1. Go, hold on to a Brant. Yes, he does. Chasing down. And that's to Glass in the background there. Laszlo to Glass struggling. Keep it on track. His fastest lap of the race is a 1:53.492. Then in P5, it is Jacob Steele. Unfortunately, we're looking forward to him continuing on his good form. But he got caught up in that incident early on. And it wasn't to be. He's just gone wide, off into the grass. You know what that means? Yes, it's the Jim's Mowing Award for Jacob Steele. Then it's David Baker back in P6. Had some electrical issues, a disconnection with his wheel in the 5th race, so it's good to see him back on track and running in P6. Then it's Troy Cieslawski circulating. Fastest lap of the race is his PB at 1:59.746. So the boys really stretching out around the track now. Oh, that's probably the best line we've seen anyone take that last corner. So it looks like Scott Flax may take 2 races in a row, finding some form towards the end of the night. This one won't count But that's okay. None of the rounds will count as there's no actual championship. We might actually change our mind and keep score on these ones. So stay tuned. Get it into the Discord community by hitting that link and that invite down in the description. And you too can be part of the racing here at SimHaus. Scott Flack coming around to lap the slower cars now. That is Troy Jaslowski out in front. Scott now with the fastest lap of the race at 150.838. He's trying his best to get under that 150 mark, because earlier on tonight we had Matt Collins, Braden Pritchard getting into the 149s and just absolutely dominating the field, but they had to leave early as they get up early for work. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. If you did, make sure you click that thumbs up and help us out and get this broadcast spread across the internet on YouTube. We need more viewers, more interest, and we can deliver more exciting racing for you here at SimHaus TV. As we're watching Scott Flack now in the lead with 2 laps to go, coming around to take the last lap honours, bringing out the white flag. Opadasano already retiring early on. It looked like a good battle, 3-car battle at the front, but as we saw, just coming together with Justin Bryce through turn 1, and he got spun around, unable to catch these guys back again, as Scott Flack's trying to keep and extend that fastest lap of the race. It is the last lap of the race, 10 laps out of 10. Scott Flack in P1, Justin Bryce in P2. Solid race from Scott Flack, dominated out in front. Battled with Justin Bryce a little bit there, but he's been consistently in the low 150s, which has dominated the rest of the field, hence extending his lead to over 15 seconds now ahead of Justin Bryce. Justin Bryce did come within a second, but unfortunately hit one of those red and white tyre barriers and lost his front nose, as we can see here as he comes down the crest. There it is, the front splitter falling clean off as he hit that tyre barrier. This is the one in question right there. He's just missed it this time. That is Justin Bryce racing with us from Byron Bay. Brant Johnson from Perth a couple hours behind us as we are in daylight saving. Oh, again, commentator's curse. Scott Flack coming around the final corner now, and this is for the race win. Scott Flack taking race 6. That's the checkered flag, and the fastest lap of the race at 150.462. Justin Bryce coming around the final corner now to take honours. Second step of the podium, finishing in P2. And then it's Brant Johnson coming down the back straight. Just one corner to go. And it's Brant Johnson coming down across the start-finish line, taking the third step of the podium. Then that leaves Laszlo to Glass, not too far behind, to be honest. Finishes in P4. Jacob Steele did all he can to recover that and finish in P5. The Green Machine finishes in David Baker come around for P6. So David Baker crossing the line in P6 ahead of Troy Jaslowski, who's already retired, and that is the end of the race now. So that finishes the racing for tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. That is round 1 of the SimHaus Summer Series. And make sure you stay tuned for round 2, bringing you different cars, different tracks each round. And if you love that type of racing, definitely join in. We'd love to have you on board and race with us. Get some new names up there, challenging the old boys out on track. I hope you enjoyed the coverage. That is it for us now. Congratulations to Scott Flack, who's taken that win. And that concludes the broadcast for us tonight. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you on the next one. For now, it's good night.